Okay, StreamYard says I'm live. So, welcome to whoever feels like popping in. Uh, where do I have the link? Uh, shit, it's been so long. But I have it. Hey, Heather. Hello. Good morning. It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. And Mark, hey, yeah. Well, what's going on? I had some time on my hands and I just felt like, oh, and Clint and Todd. Oh, looks like you guys have all been waiting for me. So, like I say, 1 second, I have to fetch my phone. I'm back in a minute. Not that I need it, but somebody might want to call me, and then I may even have to go work related. Okay, but reason for this live. This week I cut up a piece of sycamore, and I don't know what you guys think. Is this a bulge or a burl? What is it? At least it has pretty interesting colors. So I drilled a hole on my self homemade faceplate to hold this, and we're going to see how it looks on the inside. Maybe make a little dish. And Mark, wow, I'm flabbergasted. 7 guys for a pop-up live. Guys and girls, sorry, Heather. I see Clint, Mark, Todd. Nobody else that I see comments from in the chat yet, but feel free to make yourself known or even announce yourself via the live stream link, which is at the top of the chat. So in case you want to join in and be my earworm for this session. So yeah, I just explained the objective for today, and on the experts here, I would like to ask you: do you think this is a burl or what is it? Well, we'll find out soon enough, I suppose. I think I'm still good with the gear setting, so that's nice. Nothing prepared as it should be. I think I'm going to start, because this is just a small piece, I'm going to start with my smaller ball gouge. Just see what evolves. I have not anything specific in mind, but we'll just find out as we turn. Isn't that the nicest thing about live streams? Always a surprise what's going to come up. It's not a heavy piece, so I can easily speed it up a little. I'm going to fetch, no, I'm not going to fetch safety glasses. I have my glasses on already. Okay. Now let's see what that shows, if anything. Shows that I should probably sharpen this gouge first. But that's not a big deal. Alrighty. Chris. Ah, Chris, hello. Okay, there we go. This is pretty soft wood. We have quite a bit of bark here, which I think I should lose. But interesting colors and everything. This is going to be pretty. So I got this wood from actually from nearby where I live. So the entry to my house, or next to the entry to my house, is a lane. It's on one side Sycamore, and every few years they get pruned, and this time a few bigger lumps came off, and of course I managed to get some of that wood. So and that's what this is. So it has been in my shed since I think last spring probably. So spring 2023. So this is almost a year old by now. But unfortunately, it didn't get much chance to dry out because until recently I had no facility to properly store my wood. That was all still waiting for the shop extension, which is now close to completion. So I can easily turn some off because I have plenty of height on this. I think a bit more. So I'm thinking in terms of a little cup or maybe a lidded pot. I don't know. It turns nicely, I must say. We're talking weather. Okay. The weather here is shitty actually. Although just today we had the morning started overcast, but right now we are having some sun between the clouds. I think one or two more passes. I need to have a bigger foot for this. Oh, it's really turning nicely, this stuff. Okay. Let me see. This will do it for a 35mm tenon. I think it will. I think it will. So that's plenty. Yeah. There's some inclusions in this wood. I hope you can see that. Not sure how that is going to work out in the final piece, but since we didn't give it much thought, I'm not going to start doing that now. A nice fat line, and I'll make a tenon on this one. Okay. Skew here. Like so. So, any ideas what I shall make with this? Crappie fishing, lake, slabs. So, like I said, I'm thinking either a small, yeah, like cup or bowl, or a lidded pot. I can do either. Yeah, I think I'll need to lose a bit more of this. Maybe make it uh, curve in a bit more so that I have some bark here, and then yeah, this flat spot at least needs to go. I'll take that away and then have another look, because I'm not averse of leaving some bark on my work, as you know, but it all depends on how it looks. I think we'll take another pass. With a shape like this, it's really Screaming lidded pot, isn't it? I have to find some wood for the lid, though, if we do that. But let's look at the chat. Nice cut. How wet is this wood? I don't know. It's not that wet. I think somewhere between 15 and 20%, maybe. Hey, Rob. So, any ideas for this? What's your opinion? Lidded box or lidded pot or just a tiny dish? I'll give you some time to deliberate. Oh. Actually, I kind of like this. Maybe a little bit more down the bottom to get rid of this, and then I'll leave this bit of bark here in. Would that be an idea? I don't know. Whoa, smooth. You see the colors in this wood? It's really pretty. Although, hello, Brian. A lidded pot. A lidded pot. Okay. Yeah, that's also the most work. So you guys can stick around for a bit longer. But okay, I'll do that. Let me start with some sandpaper because I think this is already good enough as it is. Sometimes if the wood sometimes the wood talks to you and says I'm fine, and then you are wise to accept that choice. So this is a bit of 150. I should have some 240 around here as well, but maybe I'll just find myself a new bit. 800, 180. Let me see. What do we have here? $240. It's a bit large, so I'll cut off a slice. So I don't think you can call this a burl, but on the other hand, the grain really runs through the piece in pretty much all directions. I see an eye here where a branch was, no doubt. Yeah, I simply don't know. But it's an interesting piece of wood, for sure. Uh, Sanding sealer. I'll put some sanding sealer on and then we'll, I will take a look at the chat. Because without an earworm, it's always a bit cumbersome. You have to do everything at once. Put that here. Okay. His name is Leo. Yeah, that's at the left-hand bottom of the screen. Yeah, it's if you use shellac-based sanding sealer, I find it it darkens the wood a lot, but okay, now it's also wet, of course. If it dries, it will lighten up a bit again. Yeah, a bit of sanding sealer cannot do any harm on a piece like this. It got soaked in pretty well. So yeah. Oh, Heather. Oh, hey, wait. At the stage. Sorry. Hello, Heather. I was
Hi,
not paying.
Leo.
Hi. So you are going to be my earworm after all this time. Great.
Well, I can try.
Yeah.
I'm just on my phone, so I'm not sure if it'll work very well.
I can hear you loud and clear, so I'm confident that the stream is good as well. Wow, that's cool. Then I think I will continue with the job.
All right.
If need should be, I also have the overhead view, of course, but for now, I think this view is. Oh. Whoa, that's on there pretty tight. I tried to take it off like that, and the chuck came loose instead. So this is my homemade. What do you call it? Screw chuck. It's oak with a hefty bolt. I have the drill size written on the side, and it fits my 50 millimeter jaws. But since this is going to be a pretty small piece, I have to put on the 35 millimeters for mounting the piece. And this tenon is small, but it's dovetailed, and it has still a good ratio to the diameter of the piece. So I'm pretty confident that this will work. You see, I don't know where I got that stuff. No, not here. Okay.
I've never earwormed before, but I'm hearing a chat
Ah,
almost 5 or 10 seconds after you're talking. So I don't know how that
yeah,
works.
that's normal. That's
Okay.
because the live stream buffers the traffic, so to say. So there's always a
Okay.
delay.
All right. And I'm on my phone, so I have to bounce back and forth
Yeah,
from my video to the chat.
yeah, the phone adds some delay as well because that's actually you're stacking delays when you use your phone
Okay.
because
I'll have to
that
start using my
also
computer more.
yeah, well, it's more convenient, of course.
It is. I can sit on the
Uh,
couch this way and
yeah,
relax
yeah. Oh, you mean with your phone or with your laptop?
with the phone.
With the phone, yeah. But you have no view,
No.
no, no visibility, so to say. If I would do it, I would also do it from my lazy chair with my laptop on my lap.
On my lap. That's why they call it the laptop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll uh, I'll flatten the face, then I'll drill a depth hole, and we'll go from there. If this is going to be a lidded object, then I also have to devise some sort of a rim. This wood is full of inclusions and stuff. It felt a little. Yeah, this is what I felt. I think. But do I want to take that out?
I'd leave it.
Okay, then I'll
Yeah,
take
I'd
your
leave it
advice
myself.
on that.
It add
It does mean,
it adds
yeah,
character.
it adds. It does mean that I have to make the rim a bit wider, of course. But we'll see. Something like this. This is just to give me a shoulder to work from. Oh, almost forgot. Depth hole. What do we have for depth? This is 6 centimeters, so that's 2.5 inches. So I think I can go 5 centimeters. Leave something like a centimeter in the bottom. That's until there. Oh, looks like I hit an inclusion there. Not sure if you saw that, but the drill went in with great ease all of a sudden.
Uh-oh.
And
You have
I'm
a
at
hole
five
in the middle of
centimeter.
it.
Well, could be. Then or it's just a soft spot. I'm certainly not through the tenon yet. So, but I'll leave it at this. Maybe we could all do with some extra light. Let me know if it's. Does this help? I'll probably be in the way. If it doesn't help you guys, it helps me at least.
Yeah, it's not much better. It's just throwing more shadow on your piece.
Yeah. Like I said, it does help me. So if
Okay.
it's not
Well, you
worse,
leave it. You leave it then.
then I'll. Yeah. You see, You see, that's where the drill went in. So I was right to pause there.
Yeah.
Mm,
You might have to fill it with coffee grounds.
uh, let me see. Where is my depth gauge? Ah, here it is. So let's first establish how deep this is. Oops. Ah, that's 5 centimeters. You see, so I can safely go. I didn't go deeper than planned, but that's not good wood down there. That's for sure. Been watching Richard Raffin a lot lately, so I'll continue with some scraping. Because it is like he says, if you do use a scraper, you have much more control. If you fix the tool rest, that is.
Is that a negative rake scraper, Leo, or is it just a
No,
flat?
no, no. It's just it's a round nose, but not with a negative rake.
Okay.
If you have ever heard Richard Raffin talk about negative rake scrapers, and he fortunately, I was watching a video from him just when I was considering about buying one of these. And then he said something like, "I have never needed one in my life." So, and he's right. If you raise the tool rest a little bit above center, then you have to hold the tool down like this, and then you
Angled.
also have
Yeah.
your negative rake. So it's really a bit of a marketing gig, if you ask me.
It is. It just adds a different level. You're already cutting on a negative rake if you angle
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Yep.
Now this is also a scraper. This is one of my homemade ones, and it has the negative rake built in. But that's because I find carbide is pretty aggressive like that. So
Yep.
just to dampen it a bit. And this round nose lets me get into corners where I have trouble reaching with other tools. I think this looks quite nice. The wood is slightly punky in here. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll take a look at the camera myself. It's too far away. Not sure if I can get it any closer.
Yeah, Brian
Not
in the
much.
comment is saying Tomislav is big on scrapers too.
Yeah, he is.
Todd at
So
Glencoe had said holding the scraper upon an angle for a long time can be fatiguing.
yeah, okay.
You
But
have to. It's
if
harder on the body. Yeah.
if the tool is sharp and the piece is as tiny as this one, then it doesn't take long.
Yeah.
But scrapers really are an invention for the bottom of bowls. It works so much nicer than using a gouge
Hmm.
because you have much more control. But the thing is, you don't have to ram it in, or you must not ram it in, I should say. You must really yeah, caress the wood with it, just taking off
Yeah.
very little slivers. Just
Yeah.
holding it
I did that
against the
once, and
surface is enough. You did it once,
yeah, I did
and
it
it
once, and the tool went flying.
yeah, and then that was it for you.
Yeah, I use the scraper now a little bit more, but I'm more careful to make sure it's angled down.
Yeah,
You learn from your mistakes that way,
absolutely.
unfortunately.
Yeah, much faster even than seeing other people make mistakes on YouTube.
That's right.
I'm not at all sure if this is a good idea, but I'll try it because my experience tells me that if I use carbide, I have to I have to sand. But this wood is so gentle on the tools that I think I might be able to get away with it. But it does require 100 grit though to begin with. Turn the speed down a bit. And if you start using sandpaper, then you can immediately see where the problem areas are. Like in this case, for example, can you see that here where
Yep.
my finger is? That's sort of a bump. So I'll use a smaller ball gouge to try and get that out.
Brian said anyone who isn't making mistakes isn't learning. Well, Brian,
Absolutely.
I learn a lot.
I cannot see where the tool is cutting, but I can see the cut line on the opposite side. Okay, this looks better. Don't do this at home. In this case, the hole is big enough. My whole fist would even fit in there. So there's very little chance of catching a finger or something like that. I think I can use a new piece of 100 grit. There's more where this came from. So then I'm already thinking ahead what to do for the lid because I have a fairly wide rim now, but I think the lid should fall into that, right? And since I have this here, I don't think making a latch would be a good idea. I think it would be better uh, to have the lid fit inside of this.
Inside. Yep.
Yeah, but then just a
I
very
agree.
tiny. Okay,
Just a tiny lip.
yeah, and then the outside same size as the vessel. But it's a nice piece of wood, don't you think?
It is.
Full of colors.
I like the inclusions in it too because
Yeah,
it adds lots of character.
yeah. If you have 1 minute, I'll show you. It's it's a neighbor. So this was cut at the same time as this one. Can you see that?
Oh yeah. Nice.
That's
Just
how
hold
it
it up
looks.
a
And
bit higher. There you go.
maybe move this a bit away. So it was cut from the tree because of this. I think this
Oh
was the
wow.
top side and it started rotting. So that's why there are so many colors inside. I think, and
Yeah.
then it has these. Well, what I have now on the lathe looked a bit like this when I
Right.
started. Not really a burl, but also not plain wood.
It
So
might
yeah,
be where a branch came off.
yeah,
Sometimes it'll
but
grow a scar over top.
these trees get pruned every 2 to 3 years when
Okay.
the branches are developing a bit. And because the neighborhood is complaining about the leaves, sycamore has a really big leaves, so they're trying to keep them a bit in a bit small and not too much, not too many branches because of the amount of leaves that they shed in autumn. So yeah, and then that means the branches they are yeah not thicker than your arm when they come off. I have
Okay.
harvested a few of those as well. This used to get to the shredder in the past, but I've saved some. I make earrings from them. It's really very nice wood for that.
Nice.
Sycamore has this yeah this distinct grain pattern
Okay.
with lighter and darker lines. If you ever turn sycamore, then you may know it.
Yeah, I've never turned sycamore.
Yeah. Doesn't grow in
I
your
don't
area, or
think it grows in Ontario, but if it does, I it's one I haven't ever seen. I've
uh,
never seen it.
well, you have other species that I cannot get my hands on, Heather. So it's a trade-off, I think.
Yeah, exactly. What we call exotic wood is normal for you guys.
Yeah, well, sycamore is hardly exotic.
Yeah. I know I was cutting a piece once. I was turning a piece and somebody said it I'm turning exotic wood and it's
Oh,
not exotic
hmm.
for me. I can't remember what it was though.
uh, this is some 240. I'm not going too crazy with the sanding, but it must look somewhat decent. Yeah. There's a bit of an inclusion that came out, which is now catching on my sandpaper each time. You see that here?
Yep.
It's it wasn't a hole when I first turned it, but now it is.
The bark inclusion came out of it.
Yeah, yeah. This piece was full of inclusions, and then, like I say, it as a result, it developed a hole. Okay. Uh, Sanding sealer. Is there still anybody watching, by the way?
Yeah, we have Brian still here and Robert, Copper Owl,
Rob,
Todd.
yeah.
I think they're all still here. I can't get
Full.
to the page that said how
Oh,
many people we
it
still have.
says seven
Okay.
on StreamYard, so
Yeah.
quite a few people who are just silently looking. Oh, maybe
Okay.
Mark McLooney.
Yep, Mark is still here probably. Chris is still here, I think.
Yeah,
Brian said he thinks Sycamore was a member of the maple family. I
could be.
have no idea.
Me neither. Although I must say that through turning wood, I have learned to recognize a lot more trees than before.
Yes, me
And
too.
through other things, I can distinguish them by their smell. For
Okay.
example, if you turn ash or oak, they each have a very distinct smell. And the
My
same for
son tells
walnut.
me ash smells like olives.
I've never turned olives.
No, me neither. Well, no, it just smells like olives.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's one thing. And then, of course, through the bark.
Yeah.
If you have beech, it has a very smooth bark which sits really tight around the the trunk.
Hmm.
Yeah, they all have their peculiarities. Here around here we have a lot of poplar.
Yes, we do too.
Yeah, it's also easily recognized by the color and through the bark. Although it looks, if it has been on the ground for a while, it looks a bit like walnut. But the wood is much lighter. Okay, I was looking for my sanding butter, but I'm unable to find it. Otherwise, I would put here I have some. Otherwise, I would put some on, both in and outside. It's this stuff. It's a mix of mineral oil. What else in there? Oh yeah, beeswax and uh, some sort of fine grit. Oh, it does some sort of sanding. It has some sort of sanding properties as well. A bit the idea of Yorkshire grit, diatomated earth, something like that. Diatomeous earth. I don't know, something like that.
Yep, that's close enough.
Yeah, you understand what I
Diatomaceous,
mean? Diatomaceous.
diatomaceous earth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's in
I've
there.
mixed some
Ten
with
percent.
yep, beeswax and mineral oil and
Yeah.
diatomaceous earth.
Yeah. That's
And
what
it's
this
a
mixture is.
nice polish. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll. I couldn't find it initially, so now I did. So we'll put it on.
Yeah.
Make
Brian
it
said
a
he
bit.
picked up a meter long trunk of 8-inch diameter olive wood yesterday.
Oh wow.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. But
Very
olives do
nice.
not grow around here. If I looked at his
No.
surname, it looks as if he's from the Mediterranean, something like that.
Yeah, we don't definitely don't get it here.
Uh, I think Ontario is pretty much on the same longitude as or latitude as Amsterdam.
Latitude. Yeah, I think so.
So that means we don't get it here either.
No, we get about the same kind of weather, but
I
no
think
tropical weather.
your winters uh, are harsher, colder, because you're not as close to the sea as we are here.
Oh, that could be, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty
So that
inland where
dampens
I am
the
here.
yeah. So it's pretty coastal where I am here.
Yeah. I
Okay,
am right
let's see
near
how
the
that
Great
works.
Lakes.
Yeah.
The Great Lakes in Ontario, where I'm about a mile from the Great
But
Lakes, so
what do you
it
think
gets
about
pretty
this?
wet here.
It's almost like olive, isn't it?
It is pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll have to go find a lid for this. So let me see what the dimensions are. 10 and a half. I need a piece of at least 11. Ah, shit. I thought I had something lying here, but I cleaned up recently because, like I said, I'm busy building my shop extension, and that's a place where I can store the wood dry, and then eventually I will also take away the door that is behind my lathe, and then we'll have a lot more daylight coming in, which will be beneficial for the video quality. I think. I hope.
You know, better
What's
lighting.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah. With artificial lighting, this is going to be tight, but this was still lying on the floor in the shop. I think it's cherry, but it has
Hold it
the
up a
right
bit, Leo.
diameter.
There you go.
It has more or less the dimensions that I'm after, so let's see
Nice.
if I can get this cut. That's a job for the bandsaw then. Unfortunately, I don't think I can show that. I'll just try to do it quickly without losing my fingers. Easy peasy. Now I have two candidates.
Perfect.
Yeah, and fast. I'm amazed.
Yeah. And you still have all your fingers.
Looks like it, right? No blood?
That's the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely. If there is a scary tool in the shop, then it's definitely the bandsaw.
Oh, definitely.
I'm not. I'm much more scared of my bandsaw blade than I am of my lathe and tools. Yeah. Okay. This it will just barely go. Well, ja, ja. Hey, ik ben in een live show, pa. I have a visitor. It's my father. He comes taking a look at what I'm doing here. I'll adjust the camera slightly so that you can see what I'm. This is really improvised, of course, but where is my measuring stick? Did I lose it?
Tell your dad hello from Canada.
Oh, hallo uit Canada, pa. Ik heb iemand hier online die. Nee. Here I have it. Okay. So 11, so that's 5.5 centimeters. It's about here. Yeah, it will go, but barely. I have no wood to spare by the looks of it.
If you left a little bit of the bark on that one corner, you might the inclusion might show, or it'll
I'll
match
round.
the bowl.
Yeah,
It'll
I'll
match the bowl a
simply
little bit.
round it off, I think.
Yeah.
So that's one. Just for the sake of the to have a backup piece. I'm doing a circle on both. I think I'll start with because here there's a bit of a crack where this branch came out, and here it's a bit less. Although this is the probably the piece where the least of the branch should be. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You see, this looks a bit less severe, but here I
Right.
have all of this, so chances are that it will still come out here. So I'll go for this one then. So we can take this one off for now. Right. And then this is the Record Power series of chucks. I would suspect that this worm screw also goes in here. It has a bit less support, but I don't need that much anyway, so and this has to be 8 millimeter. So I'll drill a hole. Is goed. Yeah. So I drilled a hole in here. It's not that deep, but hopefully it's deep enough. Just barely, but okay. First thing I'll do is I'll make a tenon on this side, and that will then be the top later on.
Mhm.
Then I'll reverse it, turn the outside, make it fit, and then we'll finish the top. That's the idea. So
I know a lot of people don't like using the wormwood screw, but I like it.
I too,
It
more and
holds the
more.
piece pretty steady, as long as it's not too
Uh,
big and doesn't
yeah,
weight it too much.
yeah. Well, this is in my in my book. This is a bit uh, close to the edge because of the plate behind it. Normally, I use
You
the
wanna
full length, but
you wanna
I
lift
see
your
this.
camera back up?
Oh,
Lift
sorry.
your camera back up. There we go.
That's what earworms are for. Thank you. So normally I would use a bit more screw, but I see Richard Raffen doing this all the time, and it works well for him. So
Yep.
it should be good for me too.
Yeah, as long as it's a small piece, it's not bad. It doesn't have to be as deep.
There's quite a bit of imbalance here. I can hardly imagine that this is enough. Yeah, you see. I know what this is, by the way. This is alder.
Huh?
It's another species which we have a lot of here. It is used as windshield around orchards. Okay.
Yeah, Clint is saying he uses the worm screw, but he uses the tailstock also, just for just for backup safety.
Yeah.
He's had bowls come off the lathe without it. I
Well,
usually use the
if
tailstock as long as I can.
with this one, I'm just taking it easy. Alder is a relatively soft wood. It cuts nicely, just like the
Good.
sycamore. So as long as you do not push it. I think it's important if you do stuff like this that you drill the right size hole for your screw. Plenty. If the hole is too small or too large, then you will not get as good a grip.
Yeah, you have to know the definite size of the worm
Yeah.
screw that you have, because
Yeah.
there are different sizes.
This one I drilled 8 millimeter for
Good.
a record power SC3, but the worm screw is the same for the 3 and the 4.
Yeah.
And that's the dovetail that comes with it. So let's see what we got. Yeah, there's a sliver of bark here, but that's not going to matter. It's a pretty tenon, isn't it? I see a split here, but that will probably turn out. And now that I have such good access, I will make it a bit thinner first from this side. Because this is going to be the top or the outside of the lid. And alder also has a particular smell. If you have turned it a few times, then you recognize it. So very often, if I have a piece of wood and I don't know what it is, and I have it on the lathe and I smell how the shavings are, then often I know what it is. I get some tear out here, so I'll sharpen this gouge quickly.
Yeah, I don't think we have big alder here in Canada. We have it. It grows smaller shrubs, but not nothing big like that.
So, like I said, it is here used as wind shields around orchards.
Right?
So rows and rows of them, and sometimes they get uh, taken. They have to go, have to be replaced because after a few years their health deteriorates, and then
Yeah.
you can
And
sometimes,
thinning them out too.
yeah, but that's mostly branch stuff that comes off. Okay, let's see if that improves my surface. Uh, Not as much as I would have liked, but okay, I can take a few more
Robert's
cuts.
trying to decide if he's going to turn a natural edge box elder or maple, Manitoba maple. The spalting and flame is mostly gone. Oh, it has spalting. flame is mostly gone. Or a black walnut. I love turning both, either one, honestly. Manitoba maple is sometimes almost too soft to turn, but walnut is always beautiful wood,
Walnut is nice. I have English walnut here.
right? Yeah, we just have black walnut
Mm.
here in Ontario.
Uh, this is a bit unfortunate, but you can have that sometimes with older. We'll see how it looks when I've reversed it, and maybe not spend too much time on this lid. And if it doesn't work out the first time, then I may have to do it another time offline. Would be nice if it worked though. Okay. Whoa, you see that? Oh no, okay. Yeah, of course. I thought I drilled through, but this is the side where the hole was. I hope I haven't made it too thin then. It will have to be a bit of a domed lid, I think. Yeah, it's too high. Okay, now one more pass, I think. Okay. Now, before I continue, I'd like to establish where my edge is going to be. So that's the outer diameter. Let's double check it. That's 11. Okay, and my piece, if I measure it now, it's 10 and a half. So yeah. So we probably have enough wood there. Okay, I'll first round it off till 11 then. Where's my pencil line? Is it really there? Yeah. Okay. Then I have some wood to take. Okay. And then let me see. Now this, because I happen to have yet another jug with these longer jaws, and it's called the 75 millimeter. Whoever gave it that name doesn't know very much about sizes, because the 10 sizes is hardly more than the normal SE3 jaws. But you can make a recess like this of something like 80. So I think that should fit perfect. It fits inside my vessel at least. So yeah. So that's what I will use later on to remount it when I want to finish the other side. Yeah, it's already big enough. I did this with the skew. I can also do it with the bidon, like so. Let me see. Where's my scraper gone? Ah,
So Brian is heading out. He's got to go. Catch you all soon, he says. Thanks for joining
yeah,
us, Brian.
absolutely. Okay. So that's that, and then I will measure the inner diameter of my dish, which is 93, 94 millimeters. So that's where this latch has to be at. So I'll size that on my calipers. Maybe these are better. Yeah, the big ones. Ooh, yeah. This is about where I would like it to be. Okay. So just let me know if I'm doing this right. There has to be a small lip on the inside which falls into the vessel, and that will be this. So I will now create a bit. I will cut away some wood towards that line from the outside, like this. And if I measured correctly, that should sort of fit. It's still, um, how do you call it? It's not a straight wall. It's also still a bit too large. So
I know when I do that, I have to try it for size about 5 or 6 times before I get it right.
okay. Well, I'm not even at the line now. So and this does not have to be a box fit. So it's should be a loose fit. This is at the line. It's already starts to go on. So the only thing is I don't like this. You see, a crack developed here, or it opened up. I'll probably have to do something about that. Yeah, best use the skew for that. So I'll make it a tiny bit smaller, and then it should fit properly. Okay, I think it will go on now. Almost, yeah. You see, when it sits flush against the lid, the only, yeah, this is really a shame. But that was the risk we were taking, I suppose. Okay. So that's the line which corresponds to the outside of my vessel. So that has to come off anyway.
Sorry, I disappeared there for a bit, Brian. I was just checking on my dog. He ate a pound of bacon out of the kitchen sink that was thawing this morning.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You don't have to feed him today.
Nope, not at all. Unfortunately, it was homemade bacon smoked, so the salt content wasn't as high as store-bought bacon.
Okay. And was he sick?
No, he wasn't.
No. Uh, could be one of ours that.
Yeah,
So the
he's an
dog isn't
80-pound
hungry, but
dog, so a pound of bacon for him is nothing.
can already sand the inside a little.
Todd says, lucky dog. Yeah, and poor me, because I didn't
Uh,
get my breakfast.
exactly. That was my next question. So the dog, has
Yeah,
eaten his fill, but now you guys are going to be hungry.
that's
Is it like
right.
that? Oh, no.
Yeah, he looked pretty guilty outside my bedroom door this morning when I got up, so
Uh, well, okay, I'll finish that with. It's just about perfect, and it has. You see the play it has. Can you see it rock a little?
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. It's less than a millimeter.
Yeah, it'll be a nice fit.
Yeah,
Easy to get the lid off.
yeah. This is really a shame, don't you think? And I don't know what to do. That's really older. So wrong choice of wood, perhaps. But I'll finish it anyway. I'll probably make another one afterwards. Then not spend too much time finishing sanding because you don't want to see me do that anyway. So then this
Yeah,
is
sanding is the
my
boring part.
yeah, and this is my opportunity to show off my new chuck because it's the last one I bought because I wanted to have a range. Changing out jaws each time is not going to cut it. At least not for me. So I have this one. It's the same type of chuck. So a Record Power SE3, which comes with the correct threads for my lathe M33 times 3.5. You see that fits, and then you can expand it in there, and then if I don't tighten it too crazy, then this little lip will hold for those very tender light cuts that I'm going to make, and then I'll just round this off a bit, make it pretty, maybe do some decoration, and I'll integrate the handle because there's enough wood to do that. Not bad for a quick Saturday afternoon project, isn't it? I haven't really looked how much wood I have down there. Maybe it's a good idea to quickly take it off and check, isn't it? Uh, Quite a bit. But in order to cut with the grain, I have to. This is a side grain piece, so I have to go from the center towards the edge, which is I find more difficult. not make it too flimsy. Okay. This screams for some detail. So I'll use my detail gouge on this. This is a spindle gouge. Never move the tool rest with the lathe running, remember?
One of those do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I think we all do it from time to time.
we do. Here's Mike from Dances with Aardvarks has just joined us.
Ah, hello, Mike. You're pretty busy yourself lately. If I look at your YouTube channel, making all kinds of exotic things, to put it mildly. But I liked your chalice, the one with the magnets.
Oh, that was the floating one. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Oh, is Jennifer here?
Jennifer, hey
I
Jennifer.
I don't know. Yep, it's Heather. I think Mike thought it was Jennifer.
Ah, okay.
I didn't see Jennifer pop in.
Uh, She has airwormed a lot for me
Yes, she has. I
in
popped
the
in once and
past.
she was on.
Yeah.
I always seem to miss it. I don't know. Saturday mornings around here are pretty busy for me
Mm.
normally.
Yeah. Well, normally I do my lives on a Sunday, as you know, but
Right.
I just felt like it, and tomorrow is probably not going to. Ooh, not going to be a suitable one for me. So I thought I had this sycamore. I thought, well, why not do it today? I don't
I've
like
got
how
the
this
house to
turns.
myself today, just me and the dogs, so
Oh,
I'm good to go. I'm alone till probably 7 or 8 o'clock tonight.
now it's only you who grows hungry. It
That's
was your
right.
bacon. It was your
That's
bacon
right.
that
No
got
bacon.
eaten. Uh,
The boys are all out of the house doing a gun handling course today so they can go hunting.
okay, okay. Well, then there will be meat on the table again.
Yeah, at least this fall anyway.
How old are they?
Well, my husband went, and he's 56.
Yeah,
And
but
my two boys, one is 26 and the other is turning 18 in another week and a half.
okay.
Yeah.
26. That's pretty much how old my two guys are. The
Yeah.
one is 26 and the other one's 25.
Yeah.
He's probably at the moment on his way back from the States. I'm just trying to refine this lid here a bit. Meanwhile,
That's a nice shape of the lid there. Looks good.
yeah, yeah. I'll sharpen my gouge for the last bit.
Clint says I sound a lot like Ruby. Must be the Canadian thing, eh? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
We seem to talk a little slower up here. I think just because it's so relaxed, such a relaxed area. We don't need to speed through life up here in Canada.
That's Ruby Claire, who's often moderating with the English guys and with what's his name again?
Doug
Not
Miller.
Dean, but the other Doc. Yes, Doc.
Yeah, Doug Miller every Tuesday at 3 in the afternoon,
Uh huh. Okay. Uh,
Eastern Standard Time anyway.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's always on with him. So we chat once in a while too. It's pretty good. She's an amazing wood turner.
She does turn herself too. So far, I have never seen her turn. Just moderate.
Yeah, she doesn't do any lives or she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but there are a few
Uh huh.
interviews with her.
Uh huh.
If you
Okay.
just if you go on YouTube and type in her name, Ruby Claire,
Yeah.
Cler,
Yeah.
you'll you'll have videos that pop up with her in it,
Okay.
showing some of her work. But she's a registered turner,
Uh huh.
so
Okay.
she is really good. She teaches too.
She teaches even. Okay.
Unfortunately, she's about a 4 or more hour drive from me here in Ontario, so it's kind of hard for me to get to her.
Uh, Somebody from the other side of the world can also tell you to sharpen your skew, right?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
It was really dull, as you said. It's really one of the things if you are into wood turning a bit longer, then you realize that sharp tools is everything. Oh, I see just one little shoulder that I want to fix.
Yeah, I had somebody on my last video tell me that my tools were dull, but I was because I was turning dust. But the
Uh-huh.
piece I was turning was a kiln dried piece of red oak, and it was like really hard and dry wood, so I wasn't getting ribbons off at all. It was just like shavings.
Uh,
But the tools were very sharp.
except for the skew.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the skew was pretty sharp too, but it was still they were just coming off in
Uh,
shavings, so
you said it was dull when you replied, so
a little bit, yeah.
a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, if you check out Temple Boy Turnings, there's a good interview with Ruby Claire where she does a show and tell.
Uh-huh. If I have some time, I'll look her up. Yeah. Just because we can, I'll take the chance to mess this up. Because I have gotten, nah, let's do it like this. I have gotten a bit more confident with this tool, although this is on side grain, so there the results are always a bit less predictable than they are on end grain. But as you see,
Well, that looks like it turned out pretty good.
yeah, but it's still very much a hit and miss thing, to be honest.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's also practice, and like I said, I have started to become a bit more familiar with it. So that's why I dare to do things like this now.
I've been thinking about purchasing an embellishing tool like that.
Uh,
But then looking at the wheel, if you ever look at can openers, it has the same kind of wheel. So I wonder if I took an old can opener, got the wheel off of it.
it's probably not ground the right way. This is the large one.
Yeah, probably
I
not.
also see a lot of people use the smaller one. This came uh, with four wheels in total. So one
Oh
on the
wow.
on the tool and then three more. One spiraling wheel and three like this: 2 millimeter,
What
4 millimeter, 6 millimeter.
what brand is that, Leo?
This is recognize
Is it
Robert
Sorby?
Sorby. Yeah, it's Sorby.
Okay. Yep.
It's what they sell here at the shop where I buy a lot of my tools. So the options are limited, but yeah, it's a nice tool.
Yeah, I think
If,
Busy
if
Bee up here sells them too.
if you have it, then you only learn to work with it. So I have it now for well over a year, I think, and it's only since recently that I have become so confident that I dare to do things like this even on a live. Because in the beginning, especially on side grain, uh, the the cutter simply went always, and uh, it was fairly unpredictable what would be the result. I
Right.
had a few nice ones like this, but I also had quite a few misses.
Well, sometimes
So
you can show the misses too. That way you learn what not to do.
yeah, but until you get it right, you don't know how to do it right. You get it?
That's right. Yeah.
I'll tilt the camera down a bit. That's it.
Looks good, Leo.
Looks good. So the only thing
Yeah.
left is to remove the tenon.
I like the inclusions in the bark on
Yeah,
the base of it.
it's a really nice piece of wood.
Yeah.
So the light will have to go. Maybe that brighten things up for you guys. Not this one. Yeah, this one. So I recently have invested also in a few additional tail centers like this one
Hmm.
because it's this one gives me a lot of space. Then I just need to find my smaller tool rest. Should
Mike
be
from
some.
Dances with Aardvark says, "Lovely little pot, Leo."
Yeah, thanks, Mike. something like that. Okay, well, I'll try to use the larger spindle gouge for this. Let's see. Yeah, that was what I was afraid of.
If you have a mouse pad from your computer, you could use that
Uh,
to cushion the piece.
I have some non-slip foam here as well.
Yep, that works.
Like this, it doesn't center anymore.
Yeah. I actually cut the end off a piece of a yoga mat that I had. And so I cut about an 8-inch strip off the end of it. And the yoga
Hmm.
mat's still long enough to use, and I still have a cushion for my pieces on the lathe.
I've just folded it a bit differently. I think this will work. Now it's even again, but it's not sticking out so far. It's running fairly true. We're only removing a tenon, so should be good. Shouldn't it?
Perfect.
At least for now. Now let's hope that hole from the other side does not come poking through. Nice, isn't it? And then this to finish it off. There's no better tool for that. It's pretty much the only thing I'm using it for these days. But this is a Russian style skew.
That's pretty cool.
You can also plane with it and all that sort of thing. But this, what I just did, removing the last bit of a tenon, that works just perfect. That alone makes it worth having one of these. I have a video out where I try to use it for other stuff as well, and tons of Russians came online there and told me that I was suicidal and that sort of thing.
Taking your life in your hands using it.
Yeah, sort of. But anyway,
Mike said you could use it for a bit of spearfishing too.
probably
Yeah.
could even catch a big fish, although the it isn't that long, the handle, so you would have to be quite close.
Put a longer handle on it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll I'll show it again. Oh, I forgot to adjust the camera, but guess that's not a big deal. There you go.
Clint says, great turn,
What's
Leo. Nicely done.
Okay, thanks, Clint. Thanks, everyone else. This was it, I think. So thank you all for watching. Hope to catch you on the next one. And yeah, have a nice day. You've
All
put
right.
on the wait. There's Heather.
Take care, Leo.
Cheers. Yo, take care, you too. Bye, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.